Your actions have changed the world.
Hello, and welcome back to the world of assassination and the trending contracts. And today's contract, Crack Cocainus, set in Dartmoor. And the contract ID is up on the screen now for anyone who wishes to have a crack at it, and has been supplied to us courtesy of Urban Rura. So on to our briefing. People have taken Sheru's Crack Cocainus. So moving on to our targets, and today we have 5 of them with no stipulations on how we dispatch them or what we wear whilst we do so. But we do have 2 objectives, which is only 1 exit is available and we cannot be recorded. So for today's challenge, we'll be starting as the mansion staff, and the only items we'll need to be bringing with us will be a vial of lethal poison and our silenced pistol. So right from the start and off the bat, we are going to draw out our silenced pistol as our first target is directly below us. And while I think about it, it's a good idea to close these doors here as well, as I'm not a very good shot. There will be a guard on the other side of that door when I'm going to take my shot, and I don't want to miss. So eventually our target will stand beneath the chandelier here, and if we can line up our shot before he moves, we can then drop it on him for our first kill. So 1 down, 4 to go. We're going to make our way across the library and down the corridor here and over to the lounge area, and we're just going to do basically the exact same thing again for Emma Carlisle. She's about to make her way over to her husband there, and they're going to engage in a conversation, and when they do, we can then drop this chandelier onto Emma. It will miss her husband. I can't remember if that's Gregory or Edward, but that is our second target taken care of. So we're going to make our way back to the library and down the library stairs, and we're now heading for the kitchen area, and we're going to go and retrieve ourselves a propane cylinder from the kitchen and set up another of our kills. So straight down the corridor right to the very end into the kitchen. We're going to take the propane cylinder at the back of the room here, and we're going to place this in the corridor, so just before the lounge. So just here, around here somewhere on the floor, anywhere will do. Out there will do nicely. We're going to move a safe distance, and we're going to take 1 shot at the propane cylinder. So that is now armed and ready. We're going to make our way into the dining room, and we are going to add our lethal poison to the cup of coffee on the piano here, and that kill will take care of itself in a few moments. So we're now going to make our way out of the dining room back into the kitchen and retrieve the final propane cylinder, and then make our way back to the lounge area. And in here everyone has gone back to normal. I'm afraid you're going to regret sitting like that, mate. We're going to place our propane cylinder next to our remaining target in the area. So as you can see, we're just having a look now for Alexa Carlisle. We're looking for the private investigator Alexa Carlisle and Mr. Burnsby the butler to meet up. So that was Edward has just sampled his poisoned cup of coffee, so that's another target down. We're going to make our way back up to the balcony above the lounge, as I've no idea where the private investigator and Alexa are, so we're just going to press straight on with the next kill which will be Gregory. So from up here we get a nice aerial view of the propane cylinder. We can take 2 shots at that, and that is leaving us with just the one target to go, and that is the butler. So we're just going to follow the guard here down the stairs while he's in alert mode. We're just going to keep a nice safe distance, because at present he is an enforcer. He will lose that status when the panic calms down, and we will then be able to continue on down to the ground floor. So he's putting his gun away now. We can now continue on, and we're just going to go and await the arrival of our final target, Mr. Fernsby. So the plan here is basically we're just going to close that door. Mr. Fernsby, Alexa and the private investigator will have a conversation in the main hallway, and when that is over, Mr. Fernsby and the private investigator will make their way to this corridor, and when their conversation finishes, the private investigator will leave, leaving the butler free to be detonated. Now, unfortunately, the last explosion seems to have caused some sort of issues, and for some reason there is no sign anywhere of the private investigator, and everyone else is about to go on with their day. So Alexa's going to head back upstairs, and the butler, our target, is going to go back to his usual routine, which means he won't be coming this way. So what we're going to do is reset our trap just here at the far end of the corridor under the stairs, and we're just going to do the exact same thing as we was planning to do a little bit further back here. So when the butler comes over, he's going to stand by that cylinder and await the arrival of the now mythical private investigator. And when he stops, we can then pull out our silenced pistol and take 2 shots at the propane cylinder, eliminating our target. And then all we have to do is make our way out of the building, preferably not via the kitchen exit, as there will be an enforcer outside the door. So we're going to go out to the rear of the building, to the gardens, and then on to the bridge exit, which is our only exit available. So there we go, one more trending contract taken care of. A lot of the usual suspects showing up for this one, as they often do, but we try to chop and change how we eliminate some of them. So we have confirmation all of our targets have been eliminated according to plan, and we've met our objectives. That gains us our Silent Assassin rating. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.